Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Homie Picks, coming from our living rooms to yours on this Super Bowl Sunday. I am joined, as always, with Lou and Ben. Fellas, top of the morning. How are y'all?
That's it. Last day of football.
That's it. The end of the year for it.
This is the ending of our story. But we have come to Super Bowl Sunday. We did not get the two teams in the Super Bowl right, but
not at all.
But hey, it's all good. I mean, it should be a good matchup nonetheless. But before we even get into our Super Bowl picks, fellas, it has been an interesting 2020 season for the NFL. Dealing with COVID and just not normal life with COVID. It's been a difficult thing, and the NFL did do a good enough job managing through it. So, but how do y'all like the season, Lou?
Overall, good. I mean, we didn't have any games delayed because of COVID. Canceled at that. We had a couple games delayed. But we didn't have any major, malfunctions in the season. I think they adopted their process and protocols with the COVID very, very well. We didn't even have a shortened season. We had all 16 games in, so which is great to see. Overall, some surprises along the way. You got Justin Herbert over there in LA. Brady bouncing back and performing was a big surprise. Other than that, it was an okay season.
Ben?
Yeah, it was a good season. I enjoyed the season. Like you said, some delays, but no cancellations, which was good. I think they did a really good job with that. For the most part, a couple of games that got hurt, but with the delay, but they made it through it. They made it work. It was just a tough year for betting. It was very difficult to gauge these guys this year. With no OTAs, no training camps. Some started off better than others, and then they just fell apart late. So it was tough to gauge, but we made it through.
Yeah, it was a pretty interesting and good year. The Chiefs are still the red hot team. They're a team that is showing why they want to repeat and so forth. So shout out to them because they didn't normally, like you can be like like other teams who make the Super Bowl and then fade out the next year.
Right.
So they staying hungry. That's a good sign for the NFL, showing that you have competition. Shout out to Justin Herbert. It's funny when you said LA, I was like, no, San Diego. And I said, no, you're right. It's LA. Shout out to him. It probably could have been Joe Burrow if he didn't get hurt, but at the same time, it is what it is. Maybe he could be like Ben Simmons and win it next year, but it was a good season. Derrick Henry ran over 2,000 yards.
Yeah.
So you had some good things. And just how so for the off season, well, it's kind of somewhat off season. How now you see Stafford being traded, so it's going to be interesting to see how 2021 plays out for the season.
Right.
And seeing how this new draft class and so forth come in with Trevor Lawrence and everybody else.
Justin Fields, yeah.
And hopefully Saquon Barkley makes a good return. Prayers to him. He went down game one, so.
Speaking of Barkley, did you hear Nick Chubb's challenge him to a squat?
Yeah, I saw that.
I mean, maybe we can have a prop bet on that one.
Challenge a fat kid to eat cake, like.
Look,
I don't know. That's an interesting one there.
If there's a betting line for it, I'll probably take it. But breaking news: Charles Woodson has just been elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame
Whoa.
on his first year on the ballot. So shouts to Charles Woodson. It was a great defensive back. A boy put fear in a lot of people's hearts. Playing the University of Michigan, so he's doing his thing. So shout out to him for making the Hall of Fame. But speaking of one person going who got elected to the Hall of Fame, talk about two quarterbacks who might be going to the Hall of Fame on their first year. Depending on how their careers, depending on how one other person's career is playing out, because the other one's career is already damn written. So
yeah, it's incredible.
You got the Chiefs, you got the Buccaneers. This is the Super Bowl. This is Super Bowl 54, right? 54.
54.
4, 5. I can't. No, it's 55. 55.
No, 54. Because there's
one. Yeah, the one.
The ones before the 5.
The one is before the 5.
Right. Roman numerals. It's been a while. Forgive me. Because I remember. No, you know what? No, it threw me up because last year they had a. It wasn't like like the I and V. They had like the I or something like that. So it kind of threw it off. So maybe like it was 54 like twice. But it was something else that they did.
More breaking news. Guess who got Defensive Rookie of the Year?
Who's that?
Defensive Rookie of the Year?
Yep.
Washington's kid. What's his name?
Chase Young?
Chase Young?
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see
he was
that.
the most impactful. He was most impactful for their team. So makes sense.
He definitely was. I mean, and that was probably the best thing that happened to Washington all year, because considering Dwayne Haskins' situation.
Yeah. You speaking of Hall of Fame, you guys think if Mahomes wins this, he's automatically going to Hall of Fame? Like he got it locked down, stock and barrel. 2 Super Bowls in his first 3 years.
I would say so. I mean, just because of the stats that he's already accumulated, the winning percentage that he has. He's already in. I mean, I believe just with what he has accomplished, I think he would get in. So anything that he adds to it, it would just be extra, kind of like Brady now.
No, definitely. If he wins today, then yeah, he's going to go down like back to back. Making the playoffs. Your first 3 years. Yeah, he'll definitely go down. He can have a shit career after that. He'll make it.
Yeah, he'll still make it. The only. Yeah, he right now he's in, and that's his baseline. Like it can only go up. So
yeah. I mean he's doing this thing right now. So yeah, in the Super Bowl 54, Bucks, Chiefs are playing at Buccaneers, literally at Buccaneers, because it is
first time ever.
Yeah.
So you got history on that part. Their current spread is 3, of course, to the Chiefs, but the Chiefs are minus 166 favorite. The Buccaneers are plus 144. Of course, one thing about Super Bowls is there's plenty of bets on it, plenty of prop bets. I mean, that's probably one of the highlights of betting on a Super Bowl. But to the main game itself, how do you see it going down? Ben, what you thinking?
This was a tough one. I mean, like I didn't really expect Tampa to make it this far, to be quite honest. The Chiefs, that was a possibility, but the Tampa, that was really surprised. Tom's been playing great. He's been playing great. Can't take that away from the man, but I don't know. KC just showed me up in against the Bills like that. Like they have this ability just to turn it on, which I wasn't sure if they were able to do. And once they took over that game there, it was just like, all right, these guys are just different. So I'm leaning towards the Chiefs. I think they're gonna be able to put up some points. I think it will come down to last possession. However, I don't know if it will be a 3-point game. I can see KC winning by a touchdown or a little bit more than the field goal.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll definitely come down to last possession. I believe last possession is the team that's going to win this one. But I'm going to go with Chiefs.
Yeah, I agree with Ben. I think the Chiefs always come at you from a different angle. I think Andy Reid is one of the best minds in football. He knows how to dial it up and change stuff up. I think the one advantage that Casey has going into this is there's a lot of tape on Tom Brady. There's tons of tape on Tom Brady. So I think they'll have that advantage. And, they'll go in there, probably throw something different in Tampa. Tampa's defense has been stepping it up, especially in the playoffs. But Chiefs have way too many weapons. They got guys that come out of that field that can smoke you. Tyreek Hill, the other guy, what's his name?
Kelsey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
they
yeah,
got
you're talking about I didn't talk about the other wide receiver they got.
McLennan.
Speedster.
Yeah, he's another speedster. I remember his name real quick.
The receivers you're talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, he has some legs on him. He played well in that second playoff game. When he got a little shell shock and he fumbled the ball, he bounced back very very well. Um, I think their running game is going to be the X factor. If they can establish a run early and keep keep Brady off the field, they got a real shot. I'll take Tampa in, like Ben said, I'll take him for like a touchdown.
So you taking Chiefs or
I'm taking the Chiefs by a touchdown.
Chiefs by touchdown? And Ben, you said Chiefs by a touchdown?
Yeah.
I like my chances of being the tiebreaker because I'm going
Tampa.
I'm going Tampa. So the reason why I'm going Tampa, for one, this is I think like all major sports, there's always a storyline to it. So I think it's great to have the storyline of the quarterback who is fading out and the one that is fading in. So I think this is a great storyline to have. So it could be one of those passing down the torch things. So even if Casey does win, I can see that being like a passing down the torch
Right.
kind of storyline. But it could also be the last hurrah for Tom Brady, who goes out with number 7, and that's impressive. As itself, the fact that this is his first year with that team. I remember Arians I remember in the first 2 games, he was like, "You don't listen to shit I gotta say." It's like there was beef going on in the beginning, and and they made it this far. The defense has been playing hella good. Tampa's defense has been playing really good. They have a chance to. They're not going to stop Kelsey. They're not going to stop Hill, but they have a chance to try to slow him down a little bit. And it's. I would say Casey has a good advantage because that team, just about that whole team, was there last year. It's not like they got new people and so forth. Tampa, has Tom Brady, and that's that's kind of hard to go against. Like unless you're the Giants. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like Tom has lost to another team before too, but it's the fact that I just think this would be a great way to end this great story. This man has run havoc on the league for a long time, and I think it'd be a great way to end it. With another Super Bowl, and it'll be phenomenal if he does it. He just won, not like a couple of years ago. He just won one, in the AFC, and then he won another one in the NFC. I don't know if that's been done before. A quarterback winning both, in both leagues or both conferences, but like it'll be if anybody can do it, Tom can do it. And he has Gronk, so he has another coach. But even though he's a shell of himself, but AB, I think it'll be a nice way to end Tom's career with another Super Bowl. So I'm just gonna ride with number 12. Um, Another breaking news: Calvin Johnson is in the Hall of Fame,
Well
and
deserved.
that that says a lot because he has played on some shitty ass teams, and he has put up some big numbers.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he wasn't a problem.
I'm excited for that one. That's a good look for him. Well deserved. And even though he cut his career short, we all know why he cut his career short because he played in
It's
Detroit.
Detroit.
Um, but
Like
I say
Gary
this:
Sanders.
could you imagine Calvin Johnson playing in this era where players could demand where they wanted to go and force trades?
I mean, look, Calvin could have, but Calvin was a loyalist, and I respect that. Like he easily could have said, "Y'all ain't doing shit. I'm going."
Yeah.
And he him like Barry Sanders. They're like, you know what? I'm gonna stay loyal, but at the same time, we
I'm
ain't
a
doing shit. So
yeah,
I'm out.
Yeah.
I got kids to enjoy. So
Now, yeah, I can't blame him. I mean, years of what bottom three. Who,
every
who would
year.
want to keep going there? Because I don't think they've made it
16.
past that.
And man
Right?
is 0-16. Like
Yeah.
that's tough. Like, I'm a Nets fan. I seen 12-70. I know what it looks like to have like I know what it looks like, man. So I feel for Calvin, but I'm proud. I'm happy for the dude. That's actually sounds like a really good Hall of Fame class. With those two names by itself. I mean, of course,
Yeah.
there'll be more. But yeah, those two alone, that's a pretty dope class right there. Um, Maybe, hopefully, we'll see how 2021 goes, and as a year itself, maybe we can have the Hall of Fame game and ceremonies and things can maybe look back somewhat to normal. I don't know, but we can only just pray for health and pray for a good year for all of us. Um, it has been a fun football year, betting with y'all, entertainment wise, of course.
Of course.
Entertainment purposes only.
It's been a fun football year. We'll do this again football wise in September. Um, we ain't
Yeah.
betting on preseason. That's just trash. But
Might not even be a preseason next year.
I doubt it. I don't think there'll be a preseason. They'll have the camps and whatnot, but I don't think they'll play games. So
I mean, look, all you need to just have one game. Let's have one game and then throw them out. I think this is the year we're gonna have 17, right? We have 17,
Yeah.
17.
17 games. So
Well, I don't know because the whole thing maybe the schedule changed for that. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm sure they must have had to reevaluate some things. So who knows? I know the salary cap is going to be affected. Different revenue coming in. So, and people are already trying to make trades. Like we mentioned earlier, Stafford already big trade in LA. They gave up basically everything to get Stafford. So they're in the win now
Picks
mode.
for the next 8 years.
That's the crazy part. Like I get it, be aggressive, and it's a good move. But if they don't win anything now, they'll be struggling for a good portion of the time till they get some picks again.
Mm-hmm. Well, before we go on out of here and let everybody enjoy the Super Bowl Sunday, um, do some quick like two or three prop bets. Who you think's gonna do MVP or get MVP?
Mahomes.
Ben, same thing or
That's the easy one, but I don't know. I think probably Kelsey. I don't think they're going to be able to contain him. I think he's going to bust wild.
okay.
So if it depends on the type of game that he has, I think he probably has a shot at it. I just don't. The thing is with Tampa is the biggest weakness is their secondary, and Kelsey's a matchup nightmare. I don't think they're going to be able to guard him because they're going to be focused on Tyreek. So I don't know.
Kelsey's
So,
a nightmare matchup for everybody, but
yeah.
Mahomes is the favorite, minus 105. Kelsey is plus 1,300. So that'll be a nice little. That's a nice little chunk.
I don't think when's the last time a tight end won MVP.
Oof, I don't think they have.
I don't think they have.
Yeah, so
No.
I mean, if
If someone's going to do it, it's going to be him.
it could be
Yeah.
Kelsey. You know,
I mean, but he got like he racked up over 1,000 yards, more than some receivers. I mean, it's incredible what he's been doing. Like he's just a matchup nightmare.
he is the best tight end in the game. Although somebody else would argue George Kittle, but not saying he's not a bad second choice, but he's not the first choice to us. But he got the top passing props. Do you think it'll be Mahomes at the top as the top passer or Brady?
Definitely Mahomes.
Yeah, I go with Mahomes on that one.
Mahomes is the leader. Minus 155, Thomas plus 120. And I'm going to do a last one, which is, I'll make it a little difficult. Ooh. Top TD props. Any player to score 3 touchdowns.
Oof.
Not happening. Not happening.
No, that'll be Kelsey for me.
All right. Well, if it does happen,
because that'll be his MVP.
Right.
If it does happen, the yes outcome would be plus 500. The no outcome would be negative 950. So even Vegas is betting that shit ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean Mahomes spreads it out pretty well, but if anybody, I think that it'll be a Chiefs that'll do it, if anything. If it's not Kelsey, a receiver, but one of them will have a multiple touchdown game.
And one last one. So the total yards of the longest touchdown scored. That also includes defensive, special teams. So it's all hands on deck for this one.
Yeah.
Over 46.5 is the mark.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be a Tampa player, just because Bruce Arians loves to air it out. That's his thing. Mm-hmm. So I believe they're gonna take more chances down the field. So I can see a sneaky throw from Brady, probably like a Scotty Miller again. that'll be hysterical if that happens. But yeah, I can see that I can see that happening.
I'll take the over on that. 46 yards. I'll take the over on that.
All right, 46.5. That is not the favorite. That's plus 100. The under is the favorite for that one. That's negative 130. But like I said, there are tons of prop bets out there. If you are in a state where you can, if you can bet, you can make a lot of money on this game, and not just from the game itself.
Right.
I need to find out who is the financial advisor for Mattress Matt, because that dude selling out money like no other. I have a feeling he doing more than selling furniture, because ain't nobody selling furniture could just throw money like that around.
Yeah. So before we go, more breaking news. Offensive player of the year, Derrick Henry.
I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see that.
What he did was impressive. 2,000 yards. Wow.
Defensive player of the year,
Aaron Donald.
And
he joins J.J. Watt and Lawrence Taylor as the only ones that wear 3 times. It's a hell of a company.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of which, even J.J. Watt wants out of Houston. That's a fire sale out there, man.
If JJ, you want to go over to Indy, you can stay in the division. We need some pass rushers.
He's making his way to Hollywood, one of the LA teams.
I hope not.
I can see him join the Niners.
Yeah, no. Go to Indy. I think it will help us.
This Suge Knight impression. It was like, if you want to be in your division, but you tired come to Indy.
That's right. Come to Indy. We don't have a quarterback yet, but we'll figure that out.
Don't worry, maybe you can get Deshaun too. I don't know. It could be a 2-for-1 deal.
Man, that would be the best thing ever, but that's not happening. They would not trade him in
the same division.
Yeah, exactly. They would never
You ain't
trade.
seen them twice a year.
Yeah, they would never trade him in division. So that's
Then
why I
again,
know we would have got him.
nobody thought they would trade DeAndre Hopkins. So
Yeah, but not in division at least. So they shipped them out with
That
a
was a stupid
different
trade.
conference.
That was a horrible trade.
Oh yeah, the worst,
well,
worst trade.
like I said, it's been a fun football year of entertainment, bets, and so forth. We'll do this again in September. We do have basketball coming, eventually baseball as well, when the time is right. But until then, happy Super Bowl Sunday. Enjoy it. Like, subscribe, share, comment, do all those things. We got many other content on a 2021 Vision, homie picks, homie calls, the Mute Word Music Dance, Unpopular Opinion. Like them all, watch them all.
Sidebars, all that.
Until the next time we see you, have a good one. Stay safe, y'all. Peace.
Enjoy the
Homies out.
game.